There is so much more to come from the adoption of this connected construction. Here, our three experts talk about the potential for further gains, and sooner than you might think.
It is all about how do we manage those machines that are on site, our people that are on site, so that we're maximizing their utilization. The adoption in the telematics space was really slow for quite a long time because it was manufacturer specific. That has changed. Customers that are out there, they have mixed fleets. They can now monitor all the different machines on there in one software. If a machine is sitting idle on the job site because it's not being used, they can see that. And instead of having it just sit there to wait for later in the project when it's needed, they can move it to another project where they need it right now. I think from a standpoint of tracking their equipment and making sure that it's not running idle on a job and using more fuel, as you said, it's very expensive, those kind of things are there. And I think you can even take it to the next step. And if I come back to that paving piece, the crew out there is like on an island. And the only way they can work is when they have mix to put down. They're sitting there waiting for the trucks. They don't know where the trucks are or when they're coming. By automating that whole process, the paver then knows when the plant has made that mix. That whole connectivity between the plant, the trucks, and the paver is seamless.
Elwyn, same question to you. We've talked about finance a lot, but I think we can't ignore it. The cost of running huge construction equipment fleets continues to rise. How can your systems help?
I think, as Murray said, it certainly starts a lot with making sure that you're getting good utilization and good efficiency out of that machine. So, as I mentioned before, being able to track the productivity on a machine and an operator and making sure you have the optimal combination and you're getting good results out of that and are able to make corrective adjustments when it's not going well. I think that's one piece of the puzzle. I think, again, as Murray said, the OEMs the machine OEMs have been very active in tracking maintenance fault codes, maintenance requirements for machines, and they've done a great job. But the reality is, most contractors run a mixed fleet, and those contractors can't be connecting into five different portals to look at the machine maintenance records or the utilization rates on the machines. So increasingly we need to, as technology providers, we need to help those contractors to bring that information to one place and to one portal so the contractor has a single place where they can view the status of their machine. So the maintenance schedules on equipment, the utilization rates, the fuel burn, and really look for how can they make better decisions. Proactive maintenance is so important. There's nothing more heart-wrenching than a machine going down on the job. So we certainly have a real emphasis on helping contractors identify proactive maintenance and get that scheduled in early in the process so that it isn't disruptive to the job.
Elwyn and Murray have obviously explained their points of view. Magnus, I'm asking you the same question, but can you help contractors accurately account for all these construction equipment costs?
Well, let's see if I can answer all of it. So first of all, I agree on the utilization. It's uptime, downtime, extremely important for our customers. I think Elwyn mentioned data. She said data a lot, or data. I think you said data. Same thing.
I said data.
Yeah, apples, tomato, in a sense. But I think the data point is extremely important, right? Because we all talk about data and we produce millions of points on scanners and other things, right? But what the key here is what data and where. It's not about how much, it's about the tangible data. And this is again coming into what I think everyone has said it, but the mixed fleets. And as you said, Elwyn, no contractor, well, there might be one or two contractors in the world that has one brand on the site, but normally they have mixed fleets. They will not, and I agree with you, they will not make 5, 6, 7 software packages to collaborate the data. They won't. But also on the other hand, we do have the ISO projects going on to make sure that we're unifying this. And that is just a few of these different things. It could be data, it could be format, it could be localization, etc. When we have that working on the VIS and SMS, that means that we have actually one place to get the data. but it's still not enough, right? We need to get the right amount of data to the right persona that guides the persona to make decisions. I also believe that the data in itself, people mention that as the new gold in a sense. I think we need to look at that as how do we utilize the right data in the right place and the right time.
I appreciate your honesty, all of you, on this, and we're coming to the end of our discussion here. Magnus, what are your final thoughts?
I think that we are on the right track. I think we have done a long journey so far. I think customers are coming up to speed. Adoption is going faster. I think what we are responsible for is to make sure that it gets easier and simpler for the customer. I think we are. I think we also are talking across the industries, making sure that we are discussing. I love this table. We are sitting, with the, main competitors and talking openly. I think that is great. I think this helps the customer in the end. We are not all the way there yet, but I think with the technology that we're building, and we have expertise in all of these areas, all of us, I think that in the end, we will make sure that we are helping the construction industry to become more sustainable and, of course, make sure that they are also increasing the bottom line.
Murray, what about you?
I've been in the business for 35 years, and it's just, I thought getting into this that people would take on this technology and implement it right away. It has taken forever. I think the pandemic has really helped. It's that tipping point that was talked about earlier, where people realize now that we need to make changes.
Your final thoughts, Elwyn?
I mean, I think it's never been a more exciting time to be in the construction industry. I think there's so much that we can do to make it more productive, more efficient, more sustainable, safer. And I see contractors more than ever before, really diving in and getting more comfortable with the technology solutions and pushing us. I think mining the data and being able to turn that data into more intelligence that helps contractors run the job sites more effectively. That's a big opportunity and what we really need to deliver on. It's evident that there is more to be done, and I think here at Trimble we're excited to be part of that.